I wasn't quite ready to start this episode just yet, but I have a pretty large assembly of nomads here, and we're going to make use of this right now while they're all here. As you can see, I've got a whole bunch of emeralds. I do want a butcher. This should give you all, as we go through this, an idea as to what we're going to be working on today. I'm thinking we're going to start off with 2 ranchers, and I want a chef. I don't know if this is the right amount of these villagers to have, but we're going to have them. Between episodes I have been busy. I've bought a 4 home and a 6 home for future preparations, also a 2 home token which I've already implemented back there. And while I run around and find all of these nomads and determine who's the best for what occupation, I'm going to give you all a quick time lapse of me building that structure in the background. Enjoy it. So I hope you all did enjoy that little time lapse. I had a bunch of fun building it, something slightly different, and the reason I built it was because I wanted to start getting into enchanting, and where we used to live just wasn't cutting it anymore, it was too small. And I suspect the reason I haven't put villagers up there as a house just yet is because I want to remodel this entire structure as a slightly larger, more prominent, fancier town hall. But as you can see, there's our butcher, one of our 2 new ranchers, and way over there is our chef wandering around. So let's come over here to this beautiful little building we just built. Ooh, I forgot to grab an item frame. We need to give these villagers a place to stay, because I was at village capacity before I bought these claimed these 4 new villagers. So let's run over here, place down our item frame. Yep, let's put it on this side so it's on the same side, well, kind of the same side as that one. Claimed. Is that what they look like when they're claimed? I can't remember whether they're green or yellow. Green, good, okay. So all 4 our villagers, our new villagers, just claimed beds. So now at least they have a place to stay. But now that that is over and done with, that mad dash to get this episode started is over and done with, welcome, YouTube, to the 4th episode of my TekTopia exploration series. Wow, look at that guy. Fancy dance moves walking sideways. And in today's episode, you probably have a pretty good idea as to what we're going to be doing from the 4 new villagers I just added. We're going to be building some ranches for sheep, cows, chickens, pigs. I have no idea where I'm going to find these animals. There are some cows within my village border, but there are none of the other animals. So I'm going to have to go out looking for them and bring them back into the village for my ranchers to pen up. We're also going to be building a little chef's hut and a little butcher for those 2 villagers to work in respectively. The reason we're doing this today is because, one, my village population has gotten so big that my farmers aren't keeping up with food anymore. That the carrots are coming down, and I've supplied them with a bunch of carrots a couple of times now as well, and they keep going through them. really quickly. So we need to up our food count. And instead of just getting more farmers to produce more crops, which I probably will do, I might expand, double the size of this crop unit, another plot to that side. I wanted to get some different food sources into the village as well, because their happiness does, to a certain degree, depend on what they have available to eat. Another little thing that I did, aside from building that lovely structure for myself, let's go and give you a tour of it first. So on the ground floor, homes for the villagers. The first floor is where I stay. I've got a couple more chests in here, my furnaces, crafting table, and my bed. Okay. Then up the ladder is my enchanting area. Doesn't look like much at this point, but I'll probably make it a little bit prettier as much as I can. Although it is built to minimum size, there isn't much I can do. But we'll get there. The other thing that I've done between episodes is what occupied most of my time since the last episode. And now that it's night, I can come down here without worrying that my villagers will follow me. So let me show you what's happening here. I've come down underground for my tree farm, for my lumberjacks to come and work. I don't know if the heights are exactly right. I'll see. So far it looks like all of the trees can grow in these heights. I think the spruce trees might be the only ones that are a little cramped and might need a bit more space. But so far they're growing, so that's good. The reason it's downstairs underground and no longer up above ground is they take up a lot of space, and above ground it's really chaotic and cluttered with all the trees standing around. Now don't get me wrong, decorative trees are great, and we will be adding some decorative trees, and there is a trick to decorative trees that I will explain when we get to them, to ensure that your lumberjacks don't chop them down. But above ground, show you on the map, our village is starting to expand now beyond just our center. I mean, we've got those buildings over there, and today I suspect we're going to be building on this side, down here, and that's exactly where our trees used to be. So they're underground now, out of the way, and out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. No longer just clutter. So that's what we've done. Now on to what we're going to do. And that, my friends, is build. Now I don't think I'm going to do this in a time lapse because I want to... It's not going to be anything fancy. The animal pens I'm going to be building are just going to be some everyday animal pens. And the two buildings are going to be small. They're going to be around the same size as what our blacksmith is just on this side of the town. And it's probably going to take me a while to find animals way out there and bring them in here for my ranchers. So I'm going to get on that real quick and then bring you guys back either for a progress report or the moment I'm done with it. So see you all in a little bit. So I have done a whole lot since I left you guys last. Down here at the bottom we have our 4 animal pens. They are all still empty, unfortunately. And we've got 2 new buildings over here. One of them being the butcher, and the other one the chef. Or I guess in our village's case a baker or whatever it is, but that's where the cook will stay. There's also this new little guy over here, and I'm going to show you that real quick because it actually works. In the first episode I mentioned that I had absolutely no idea how the merchant stall works, the trading post thing, and it's literally quite simple. You just plonk it onto an item frame anywhere and your merchant will go and stand within a couple of blocks of it. Well, I thought he had broken and he was gonna leave, but he isn't. He's here. So what I've done is I decided our merchant, since he is wandering, since he comes and he goes, needs a cart with which he ferries his wares back and forth. So I built a little merchant cart Very simple, very empty. Let me know if you guys want me to put things on it, but at this point I'm thinking that since I sell things to him primarily, he comes to me to buy, thus empty a lot of space. But if my reasoning is me being lazy and you guys want to see stuff on it, let me know. I'll put some hay bales or some pumpkins or things on it eventually. But for now, I need to do a lot of trading with this guy because I need about 181 emeralds or so to get all 6 structure tokens that we need for today. 1 for each pen and 1 for each of these 2 buildings. 181 emeralds, give or take. I'm far off from that. I need about 70 emeralds. So I need to do a lot of trading. It's probably not going to be a single trading session. I might have to AFK for a while to get some more resources so that I can trade, but I do have some things to trade. I also have a couple of tools that I can trade. I've been gathering up tools. So let's see what he wants. I can trade oak. That's good. Oak is valuable at this point. Baked potatoes I cannot do. I can do wheat. I've got a bunch of wheat. They're also quite valuable. Really? Is that all you're gonna give me? Wheat and oak logs. Oh boy. Definitely not getting all of the emeralds that I need today. That really sucks. Only 2 stacks of oak that I can trade for him. And only 2 stacks of wheat. By the way, my food crisis is still ongoing. I need to get it sorted out. But there we go. That's 16 more emeralds. That is a far way off from what I need. So I think I finally got it. It took about 4 Minecraft days, and I was primarily trading things that the blacksmith made. So swords, axes, a couple of chest plates and a couple of leggings. And I should have enough now. If my math's correct, I have 184 emeralds there, so let's go ahead and grab it all. I have all of the villagers I need for this, so I need all of the building tokens, structure tokens now. Struggling with my words. Okay, so we need a butcher. And we need this guy from the kitchen. Like so. Okay, that's as far as we go that way. Then the 4 coops. So we need a chicken coop. Coop slash pens things. We need a cow pen. Pig pen and then a sheep pen. And I have a grand total of 3 emeralds left. What? That was so many emeralds that I just spent. But I'm hoping it's worth it, because for about 10 to 15 Minecraft days now, I've just had 4 potato eaters running around that have not been contributing to the upkeep of our village. So this is the smallest pen. We're gonna make it the chicken coop. No? Okay. We're not gonna make it the chicken coop then. Let's try and figure out how this works. What if I put you 1 lower? No? On the ground? This is confusing. Okay, so that works. Alright. I do not have any chickens around. I'm going to need... Oh, they're all already in place. Losing my mind slowly but surely. Right, this one is the largest pen, so that's going to be our cow pen. Now there are cows around. Cows were the one thing that I had in abundance other than horses, but horses are useless. This one is our 2nd largest pen. We're going to make that sheep. There weren't any sheep around, but I have There are 2 sheep over there, and on the other side of the village border, if we zoom out and I can show you around here somewhere, there are 2 more that I brought in from the outside, luring them in with some wheat. There were 2 pigs inside the village border that I didn't know about initially, but I found them. So that should be great. Look, let's see what our ranchers are doing now. They should be working instead of just fumbling about. Where are you going, rancher? What are you... No, you're supposed to return lost animals. That you're supposed to return animals into their pens now, no? Am I supposed to take animals into the pen? I thought they go and fetch them. I think I need to do some research on how that works, which I will do in a second, because we will need it. But first, okay, butcher. So let me show you what we have here for these 2 buildings. I haven't done that yet. The butcher is a regular old building. It's very similar to what we have in most other places, except its windows, instead of being able to see through them, they're up high, so that people, as they walk past, don't see into the butcher, and they can't see any of the nasty animal killing happening. So they're 1 higher than I would usually put them. Also a very basic chopping block to dice up the meat, and the usual old redstone bloodstain trick. It has doors on both sides so that the butcher can be at any of these pens and lead an animal into here from that side, kill the animal, and then take the materials over there. So let's do that. Okay, we have an active butcher. Yay! The kitchen token? The kitchen is a little bit different. It has a single sloped roof. None of the other buildings in the village have that just yet, and it also has a chimney. Unlike the blacksmith's chimney, which has the little top piece, this one just kind of snaps off to an angle. On the inside, we have a stone work surface so that the butcher or the chef can clean it easily, can dice meat without damaging his valuable work surface or anything. And same as with the blacksmith, I just put some coal blocks in the back. The fire will be out for now, but basically that'll work. One thing I did forget, and I am such a dummy, and probably by now so many of you are raging in the comments, so that as if I have a lot of people watching my videos, but the chef actually needs a crafting table inside his workplace. Without a crafting table, ooh, I do have one made up. Without a crafting table, he cannot make bread. He also needs furnaces. I am ashamed. I'm ashamed. I'm dumb. I forget all of the important things that he actually needs to do his job. Very, very silly of me. Okay, so where do we put these things? I guess I'm just gonna stack them over there. He has his furnaces now. The crafting table is going to become part of his fancy stone chopping block. Now it's really cramped in here, but it is an active kitchen. I need my food. So the chef and the butcher now have places to go. The chef should be able to make bread. Yeah, he's already got wheat. Ooh, no. Craft not golden carrots. I do not want you to use the gold. The gold I trade primarily. Also, I think that is a typo, but he's not supposed to craft golden apples either. Please don't tell me he has. Let's see, where... No, where did he go? Where did our chef go? Butcher... Oh, Is it the end of the day? Okay. I guess it's the end of the day. Let's see where he is. In here. Okay, he did not. Whew. We saved our gold. I hope he goes and puts that gold back. Anywho, that's those two structures. I'm gonna go and read up about how the ranchers get the animals into the pens. Because it's great having the animals out there and the pens over here, but it's even better having the animals in the pens so that they can be used. So the ranchers do work and they do things, but they definitely don't fetch the animals that are standing all around my village border. That is something that I have to do. Come in. Hey, one at a time. Guys, seriously, get your butts in here. Stupid rancher. No, I just want the cows. Yes. Oh, okay. Rancher fetched cow. Good. Fetch other cow, please. Please. Come on, don't just... Okay, anyway, ranchers are weird. I think they're slightly broken at the moment, but we now have ranchers, we now have a butcher, and we now have a chef who works in the kitchen. They all have things to do now, which is amazing. Look at him making bread. Yeah, being a real French guy, making stale bread. See, he's not gonna put that gold down. I'm never getting that gold back. Anywho, the village is progressing nicely. Very nicely, in fact. I think this is a good size for a village. That does not mean we are done, though. Do not worry. I still have plans. There are still villagers that I have not yet purchased, and I want a village that has them all. That needs to be updated, because we are on 18 villagers at the moment, not 14. I still need to get all of these hearts placed. We still need to do a tavern. The tavern might be the next episode, actually, because my villagers are... like, they're happy because I'm getting more hearts, so some of them are happy, but it's happening very slowly. And I do see them trudging along quite often, so I think the tavern might be necessary, but that is a lot of emeralds that I need to gather. School? We need to have a school before I play with any of the hearts. Are we missing anything else? Ooh, library. That is also very necessary. Guard. Ooh, I need to start playing with some guards. So it's basically a library, guard post, barracks, and a tavern. I think those are the only main buildings we still need in our little village. Everything else we have now. And a school. I forgot about a school. So what's that? 5 more unique building types that we need to implement in our village? That's not too bad. Listen to the blacksmith work. I wonder what she's making. But I will need a lot more emeralds before I can do any of that, because I still only have the 3 emeralds. I have not spent any more emeralds yet. So I will, as soon as the merchant comes back, and as soon as I have things to trade with the merchant, I will trade with the merchant, and then trade with the merchant some more, and some more, and probably some more, until I have all of the emeralds that I need. Or at least enough for the next episode. The next episode in which I will see you all. So, you know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, watching me fool around with some TekTopia villagers and animals today, go ahead, leave a like. It really does help out the channel. gets my videos noticed and things. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you all next time. Before we actually call it a video, I know I just said goodbye, but before we call it a video, I forgot to fill the chicken coop. And this one is actually a very easy one to do, because I just had to go and gather some eggs, which I did. Egg, egg. Why are the eggs exploding against my face? That's better. That is a very interesting glitch that I did not know 1.12 had. Stand in a torch or in another entity? I don't know. Whoops. Anywho, we have 5 chickens! Yay! So now, I can say goodbye. Thank you all for watching. See you all next week.